Beans. They're good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you
fart.
No, you're smart.
No, it's fart.
No,
No,
you're
it's
smart.
fart.
You're smart when you eat beans. Most of us tend to eat the same beans over and over again, like black beans or chickpeas or maybe even lentils. Let's mix it up. Today, we are gonna try mung beans. We're also gonna try fava beans. And lastly, yes, they may be peas, but they are still technically a bean because they're legumes. Yellow beans. I mean peas. I mean yellow split peas.
It says peas on it.
I know, but peas are legumes. Beans. Let's first start with the mung bean soup recipe straight from Kenya. It's so good. Mung beans can be found at any international grocery store. If you can't find them at your local grocery store, they're with all the other dried beans. You'll first cook the mung beans. I cook them in my Instant Pot on high pressure for 30 minutes. I'm also cooking rice in my rice cooker while I make everything else. Let's use my favorite chopper in the world and chop up some onion. Next, we'll chop up that red pepper, nice and small so my kids don't notice it. I added some water to the pan with that red bell pepper and the onion, and we'll water saute until everything becomes a little more tender. Next, I'll dice up a tomato. It's time to add the seasonings. 1 teaspoon turmeric, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon ginger, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You'll add 1 teaspoon Cajun seasoning. Now, if you don't have Cajun seasoning, you can just look up what the ingredients are in Cajun seasoning and then add those. You'll add 1 teaspoon of salt. It can be kosher salt or just regular salt. You'll add 2 cups of mung beans. So 2 cups of the already cooked mung beans that have been cooked in the Instant Pot. Then we'll also add a can of coconut milk. And we'll stir in that coconut milk. Now let's chop the cilantro, which is the best part, unless you hate cilantro and I don't understand you. Then you'll add that big handful of cilantro and put it in soup. Not just a garnish, this is part of the flavor. All right, she's tasting it. It's good, huh? Yeah, mung bean soup. We're gonna put it on top of rice. All right, he's gonna try and...
Hot.
It's hot.
It's good. So spicy.
A little spicy, but yummy, huh? With the rice, this is perfect. This is really good. Mung beans, who would have thought? Next up is 2 recipes with fava beans. If you can't find them in the can at your regular grocery store, you can usually find them dried at your international grocery store. Fava beans cook really fast. How do I know? Maybe because I accidentally overcooked them. But no worries, because if you happen to overcook your fava beans by putting them in the Instant Pot for half an hour like I did, you can easily make hummus. So let's make some hummus with fava beans first. Of course, you can use canned fava beans, or if you overcook them like I did and they turn into pretty much a hummus as it is, then put that into your food processor. Next up, you'll add about 2 tablespoons of tahini. Tahini is used in regular hummus, in fava bean hummus. It is the secret to a good hummus. We'll add a teaspoon of garlic powder, some salt to taste, and the juice of 1 whole lemon. This is what makes it yummy, is the lemon. And let's mix together. Look at how beautiful and creamy that is. Fava beans are amazing for hummus.
It's not bad.
Not bad?
Not bad.
I think it's good. I like it. We decided to add a little bit more salt. So again, this is all to taste, depending on your preference. This stuff is creamy. Next up, we'll make Ful Madames. It's a Middle Eastern dish made with fava beans. And my favorite part is it's super easy to put together. We'll first start by chopping up 2 green onions, all of it, all the way to the white. Now we'll add the onions to a pan. Now you'll either add about 2 cans of fava beans, or I cooked about that same amount in that Instant Pot for 10 minutes. I just cooked it in water and that was it for 10 minutes on high pressure. Since I'm not using oil, I'm gonna add just a little bit of heat and some water. Let's add the spices. It's 2 teaspoons of cumin. Now here's the coolest thing about cumin is that it helps in the digestion process. So if beans give you some gas, then cumin can help. I'm gonna need to add a little bit more water so nothing burns. That's about half a cup of water. We'll add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, and can see all of the flavor here. And 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. We'll add salt to taste. Now, I did not cook my beans in any salt, and they're not canned beans, so I'm adding a little more salt, so about a teaspoon here. And I'm gonna add in a cup of water and mix it all together. Now, you'll want to mash some of the fava beans. I did not have to because they were already easily mashed from cooking them in the Instant Pot. But if you're doing the beans, just canned beans, then you'll want to mash them a little bit. Then you'll add the juice of 1 lemon. Now that all the flavors are mixed in, we will add some cilantro. Now, this is traditionally served with pita bread. I ran out of pita bread, so here's just regular bread. But we're gonna taste it here, or you can even serve it over rice. But traditionally, you'll eat this with pita bread. The lemon makes this super fresh. Delicious. You dip it with pita bread, but we don't have pita bread. It's good. Lemony, tastes yummy. Next, we'll make an easy Instant Pot Dal recipe made with yellow split peas. Seriously, filming with my children home is like
Torture.
No, they're not torture. I love them, but it's crazy. First things first, you'll want to soak the yellow split peas in water for about 20 minutes. This is 2 cups of peas. You'll turn the Instant Pot on saute, and then we'll start to water saute a onion. I have a little bit of bell pepper in there, that's okay. This is 3 small Roma tomatoes that are chopped. In my awesome chopper, I couldn't survive without this thing. No, I love it so much. Now I'm gonna grate about 2 inches of this ginger and add it into it. Fresh ginger is the best. So yummy. Next up, we're adding spices. This will be 2 tablespoons of garam masala. Now we will add a tablespoon and a half of turmeric. We'll also add a tablespoon of garlic, and this is garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of cumin. Let's mix everything together. Then we'll add our drained split yellow peas. Again, this was 2 cups. They were soaking for about 20 minutes, and now they are rinsed and drained. And then we will add water. 4 cups water, 4 of them. Mix it all together, and it's time to seal it up. We'll cancel the saute, then we'll do pressure cook for 15 minutes, and that's it. It's done! Yay! We're gonna add just a little bit of coconut milk in here. Again, you can leave the coconut milk out of it. You don't have to add some, but it'll make it just a little bit more creamy, soften it up a little bit, and again, it's to taste. So you don't have to add the whole can. Here it is. This looks so good. Taste test time. This is really good. You like this one? Out of all of them?
That one.
You like the mung bean soup? Yeah, this is the dal. This one's good though too. This dish is a winner. It's super yummy. Everyone really likes it.
Everybody loves it. It's yummy.
I'm often asked, if I'm not eating meat and cheese, what is it that I'm eating for dinner most days? And truthfully, it's rice and beans. But it's not the typical rice and beans that you think of. It's a variety of different beans, different types of rice, and it's so delicious. Today, we made meals from Kenya, Africa, from Egypt, as well as from India. There's so much variety available to you, especially when you're mixing up your type of beans. I hope you like this video. Make sure to check out my other videos where I show you how easy it can be to add more plants to your diet.